Mikey's Food and Pranks Review. Alexa, off. Hey guys, it's Mikey, and welcome to Mikey's Pranks and Food Review channel, where I'll be discussing how to do some cool pranks, and eat some good food, and review some good food, and review some pranks. So, we'll also be discussing your Second Amendment rights, property rights, how to handle your wealth, investing in gold and silver, and politics, and cigar collecting. Let's get right into it. First thing we're going to discuss is how to do some cool looking pranks. So you could do this anywhere, anytime. All you need is a couple simple things. Tape. And that's it. Let's go. So all you'll need is scratch that, guys. We're not gonna do any pranks today. I think we're just gonna, because I don't know any currently. But don't worry, you'll probably eat some food or something. But while we think, let's read. Oh, just so you know, welcome to the channel. No clickbait, no nothing. And let's just read. Okay. Oops. Okay. How's that look, guys? Let's see. There you go. So, the book we will be reading, let's do 5 pages. The Good News Bible, today's English version. Let's get started. I'm really excited. Last time I was reading this, I was on page 16, and we'll be reading until page 21. Let's resume. Circumcision, the sign of covenant. 17. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, I am the Almighty God. Obey me and always covenant me with you, and give you many descendants. Abram bowed down with his face, touching the ground, and God said, I make this covenant with you. I promise that you will be the ancestor of many nations. Your name will no longer be Abram, but Abraham, because I am making you the ancestor of many nations. You will have so many descendants that they will become nations. I will keep my promise to you and to your descendants in future generations. As an everlasting covenant, I will be your God and the God of your descendants. I will give to you and to your descendants this land in which you are now a foreigner. The whole land of Canaan will belong to your descendants forever, and I will be their God. God said to Abraham Lincoln, you also must agree to keep your covenant with me, both you and your descendants in the future generations. You and your descendants must all agree to circumcise every male among you. Cuts off the hood from the wiener. That's what circumcise means, for those who didn't know. From now on, you must circumcise every baby boy. Yes, do it when you're a boy, including slaves born in your homes. We don't have slavery anymore, just for you that didn't know. Slaves bought them from foreigners. This will show that there is a covenant between you and me. Each one must be circumcised. Cut off the skin, and this will be covenant with you is everlasting. And any male who has not been circumcised will will no longer be considered one of my people, because he has not kept the covenant with me. So, the central idea that I'm seeing from this little passage that I just read here on page, we're still on 16, unfortunately, we got quite a bit to go through, is that circumcision, cutting off the hood, if you will, you gotta do it. Or else you're a atheist and you don't believe in God. You must no longer call your wife Sarai. From now on her name is Sarah. I will bless her and I will give you a son by her. I will bless her and she will no longer become the mother of nations, and there will be kings among her descendants. Abraham bowed down with his face touching the ground, but he began to laugh when he thought, can a man have a child when he is 100 years old? Can Sarah have a child at 90? He asked God. Why not Ishmael? By my hair. But God said, no, your wife Sarah will bear you a son, and you will name him Isaac. Isaac Newton, the founder of gravity. I will keep my covenant with him and with his descendants forever. It is an everlasting covenant. I have heard your request about Ishmael, so I will bless him and give him many children and many descendants. He will be the father of 12 princesses. I will make a great nation of his descendants, but I will keep my covenant with your son Isaac, who will be born to Sarah about this time next year. When God finished speaking to Abraham, he left him. On the same day, Abraham obeyed God and circumcised his son. There you go. Israel and all the other males in his household, including the slaves born in his home, and those he had bought. Abraham was 99 years old when he was circumcised, and his son Ishmael was 13. They were both circumcised on the same day, together with all of Abraham's slaves. It's one way to do it. The Lord appeared to Abraham. A son is promised to Abraham. 18. The Lord appeared to Abraham at the sacred trees of Mamre. As Abraham was sitting at the entrance of his tent during the hottest part of the day, he looked up and saw 3 men standing there. As soon as he saw them, he ran out to meet them. Bowing down with his face touching the ground, he said, Sirs, please do not pass by my home without stopping. I'm here to serve you. Let me bring some water for you to wash your feet. You can rest here beneath this tree. I will also bring a bit of food. It will give you strength to continue your journey. You may honor me by coming to my home, and so let me serve you. They replied, Thank you. We accept. Abraham hurried into the tent and said to Sarah, Quick, take a sack of your best flour and bake some bread. Then he ran to the herd and picked out a calf that was tender and fat, and gave it to a servant who hurried to get it ready. He took some cream, some milk, and the meat, and set the food before the men. There under a tree he served them himself, and they ate. Then they asked him, Where is your wife Sarah? She is there in the tent, he answered. One of them said, 9 months from now I will come back, and your wife Sarah will have a son. Sarah was behind him at the door of the tent listening to Abraham, and Sarah was very old, and Sarah had stopped having her monthly periods. So Sarah laughed to her monthly periods. She's pregnant. Congratulations. So Sarah laughed to herself and said, Now that I'm old and worn out, can I still enjoy sex? And besides, my husband is old too. Then the Lord asked Abraham, Why did Sarah laugh and say, Can I really have a child when I am so old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? As I said, 9 months from now I will return and said we'll have a son. Because Sarah was afraid, she denied it. I didn't laugh, she said. Yes, you did, he replied. You laughed. Abraham pleads for Sodom. Then the men left and went to the place where they could look down at Sodom, and Abraham went with them to send on their way. And the Lord said to himself, I will not hide from Abraham. I am going to do. His descendants will become greater and mighty nation, and through him I will bless the nations. I have chosen him in order that he may command his sons and his descendants to obey me and to do what is right. If they just do, I will everything for him that I have promised. Then the Lord said to Abraham, There are terrible accusations against Sodom and Gomorrah, and their sin is very great. I must go down to find out whether or not. The accusations which I have heard are true." Then the two men left and went on toward Sodom. But the Lord remained with Abraham. Abraham Lincoln approached the Lord and asked, "Are you really going to destroy the innocent with the guilty if there are 50 innocent people in the city? Will you destroy the whole city? Won't you spare it in order to save the 50? Surely you won't kill the innocent with the guilty. That's impossible. You can't do that. If you did, the innocent would be punished along with the guilty. That is impossible. The judge of all the earth has to act justly." The Lord answered me, "If I find 50 innocent people in Sodom, I will spare the whole city for their sake." Abraham spoke again, "Please forgive my boldness in continuing to speak with you. Lord, I am the only man and I have no right to say anything, but perhaps there will be only 45 innocent people instead of 50. Will you destroy the whole city because there are 5 too few?" The Lord answered, "I will not destroy the city, and I find 45 innocent people." Abraham spoke again, Perhaps there will be only 41." He replied, "I will not destroy it if there are 40. God, this is boring. Abraham said, "Please don't be angry, Lord, but I must speak again. What if there are only 30? Okay, that's enough. Let's get a different book. I've picked out one a little more higher educational on this boring old Corona day. My Truck is Stuck by Kevin Lewis and Daniel Kirk. My truck is stuck. My truck is stuck. Kevin Lewis and Daniel Kirk. For my brother David, -KL. For Russell's teachers, Deb Cook, Lisa Walter, Diana Benden, Jerry Sunblane, Jerry Jizdan, Cindy Barrow, and Dick. Dump truck coming down the road. Dump truck hauling a great big load. Round and round, the wheels they roll, round and round. Let's get some lighting here. Rotten luck can't go, my truck is stuck. Gears grind, the engine roars, but the truck won't go, not 1 inch more. Into a hole. Help, help, please help. Does anyone know how to make my stuck truck go? Help, please help. Beep, beep. Here comes a car full of travelers traveling far. We have travelers traveling far. Rotten luck can't go, my truck is stuck. Tug and tow, 2 engines war, but the truck won't go, not 1 inch more. Help, please help. Does anyone know how to make my stuck truck go? Beep, beep. Here comes a van driven by a moving man. Help. Rough and ready movers. Rotten luck can't go, my truck is stuck. Drag and draw, tug and tow, 3 engines roar, but the truck won't go. Help, please help. Does anyone know how to make my truck stuck truck go? Beep, beep. Here comes a Jeep up a hillside very steep. Help. Looks to be Jeep Wrangler. Rotten luck can't go, my truck is still stuck. Heft and haul, tug and tow, 4 inches roar, the truck still won't go. Help, please help. Does anyone know how to make my stuck truck go? Beep, beep. Here comes a bus full of youngsters with a fuss. Go, team, go. La telefona. Rotten luck can't go, my truck is stuck. Lug and lurch, tug and tow, 5 inches roar, the truck won't go. Honk honk, no need to panic, here comes a tow truck with a mechanic. Mr. Mechanic, I'm sure you know how to make my stuck truck go. Sure to move it on its way, just hook it up, and then you'll say, what luck, my truck is not stuck. Vroom vroom. Now car and van and jeep and bus all move on without a fuss, and the dump truck rolls on down the road on its way to deliver a great big load. Beep beep. Very good book. Very good book. Time to discuss. Overall theme. Buy a new truck or those damn rodents will steal again. Buy Alpha Buy Alpha tires, not freaking crappy tires. There you go, but that was a pretty good book, let's be honest. Alexa, play free music.
Here's a station you might like. Top Pop on Amazon Music.
And that's it. Thank you guys for attending Mikey's Food and Prank Review. See you later. Alexa, off. Off.